Chris Dunkin. I manage the track preparation at Knoxville Raceway. I don't think there's anybody that's been around this place as many times as I have. This is the 31st season I've worked on the racetrack, so definitely I haven't made a lot of fast laps, but I have put a lot of laps around here, and I enjoy it. I love it. I grew up here. There's a long history of my family at Knoxville Raceway, dating clear back to the late 1940s. My understanding then, it was a flat horse track, and they raced once a month approximately, and my dad then worked, he ran a road grader for the Marion County Secondary Road Department, and just because he needed some extra cash, he volunteered to come up and blade the track for these monthly races. And you know, that's where it all started. Early 50s, when they actually put banking on the track, he was one of 3 guys that did it. My dad had 8 kids, and there's been 6 of us that has worked here for him, and I think that's where the Dunkin family thing came from. Because it has been a family thing for a lot of years. Dad retired from prepping the track after the 1994 season. Proud to say that I haven't missed one race since 1995 when I took over the racetrack. I today take a lot of pride in what we do here. They think you come out here at noon on Saturday and dump a little bit of water on, and there you go, you're done, you're ready to race, but it's not that way. Today I have 4 people that help me. It's definitely not a one-man job. I have 4 people that help me, and at times I have myself and those 4 out here blading, sheep foot, and rolling to trying to make the track smooth and solid. A lot of time goes into prepping a track. My full-time job, I've worked at Vermeer Corporation in Pella, Iowa for 30 years. There, 45 to 50 hours a week, I'm responsible for importing product in and out of the United States. Every weekend, once I get off work at 3:34, 5 o'clock, whatever it is, I come straight here and I don't leave the place until somewhere around noon on Sunday. And that's every week. It's Fridays, depending on what the weather is thrown at us throughout the week. If it's dry, we'll water the racetrack for 8 to 9 hours. We're probably dumping anywhere from 50 to 60,000 gallons of water on it. Then we get back up on Saturday morning. Between 6 and 7 we're on it, constantly on the racetrack until 6 o'clock in the evening when I try to have the track in such a condition that the push trucks can get out on it and start rolling. And then Sunday morning I'll be back up and blading it and starting that prep for next week's race. There's a lot of nights that I sit here and I'm on pins and needles just due to the fact the way the track's turning out. My goal every night, number 1, I want the track to be smooth. Then I'd like to add in a bottom groove and a top groove, slick in the middle. And if we accomplish that, I'm happy. This dirt, it's a black clay. I believe the scientific term is zoot clay. From what I know about it, it runs in veins here in Iowa, 3, 4, 5 feet below the black dirt that you hear that farmers love to have to grow crop in. But that's definitely not what this is. It's not the rich black topsoil that's out in the farmer's field. It's a clay that runs in veins 2, 3, 4 feet deep. It becomes very sticky. When it's dry, it's brown. You put a little bit of water on it, it turns pitch black. It gets slick, but then as it goes through that drying process, it begins to become really tacky and sticky, which is great for a racing surface. Once it starts to dry off in the night, it'll slick off. It'll get glossy slick in some cases, and that's what we try to do. We try to slick the middle off. We always tear the top up, we till the top up, we dump a lot of water in it, and to create that cushion on top of the track. So this soil is good for that. I can look back, it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago now that one fall we put approximately 400 truckloads of dirt on the track, and it just wasn't the right stuff. It had a lot of sand in it. Mother Nature, she can throw so many curveballs at you. You have to watch it from hour to hour. So Mother Nature, that's the biggest factor out here. You've got sun, clouds, wind, humidity, dew point, rain, and you got to watch all of that. We try to outguess her is what we do. I'm not only sitting here watching race cars go around the track, I'm watching the track itself, and then I try to, put in the back of my head, what we did today, what Mother Nature threw at us, and what the outcome of the racetrack was. I enjoy the end of the night when it turns out well. I become a race fan. I grew up around here. I love sprint car racing, and just like everybody that buys a ticket to sit in them stands, they want to see a good race. A lot of that falls upon my shoulders. Depends on the racetrack. So yeah, when there's a lot of passing, cars running the top, bottom, and others sliding through the middle, I feel I did my job, and I'm satisfied. I'm happy with it.
Race fans, that was a champion!